My four-way flashes on and tell somebody, I don't care how much we speak and talk of how wonderful God is, how glorious He is, how benevolent and fine He is. There is an anger side of
Come on, Bishop.
There is a side that says,
yes, Bishop.
No other God before me.
Yes.
There is a side of God that says you're going to have to love one. Yeah. And you're going to hate the other. Either you're going to love baby daddy or baby mama, or you're going to love me, God. Either you're going to love the overtime on your job, or you're going to love the God of your salvation. Yes. So now that he comes to the head-on collision with God, and there is a bright light that beacons, that shines from heaven and causes Saul to have an inward assessment to make an outward change. Isn't that good to know, Sister Renata, that God will get you to a place that will put you on your back, that will have to cause you to be on life support, that will have to cause you to get sick and ill, that he can lay you down and stretch you out, that he can incline your ear to his lips so that you may hear what thus saith the word of the Lord. And so Saul had that experience. And so now Saul has a name change. And now Saul has received the great impartation. He received a download that Apple could not provide. He receives a download that the Android OSP system could not get. He receives an impartation that the prophet could not prophesy. He had to sit at the feet of the master prophet, the chief one, and receive instructions. And so now they have a dialogue, they have a conversation, and at the end of the conversation, as I hasten my way to my seat now, he now has become born again in the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, and now he is Paul. So here now we find Paul throughout his life. Paul has going to and fro ministering the word of God, preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. And we found ourselves last week in the 27th chapter of Acts, and Acts would record a story about Paul that just had been out of a bad situation. He was released from prison after being there for so long on now what he used to do, persecuting people for preaching the gospel of Jesus.
Yes, Lord.
Let me pause and tell you, isn't it funny, y'all, how life has a way that will turn upside down? Isn't it funny how life has a way that it will flip the script and will cause you to see those things that were not as though they were? Y'all ain't gonna say no good amens in here. And so now Paul is released from jail, and because I told you last week that he was on his way somewhere because God was taking him somewhere, Paul now boards a ship. And let me pause and give you a background of the history of the text. This is not the first time that Paul has been on a ship, nor that this is the last time when Paul was on a ship and it became shipwreck. Can I pause and highlight that text and now tell us that there will be times in life when we will not pass the test the first time, and God will have to have us to have a makeup class to come back again to take the test that we will pass when we failed the first time. And can I pause and tell you that the questions will not always be the same. The test will not be as easy as it was. Every round goes higher and higher. So now here it is in the 22nd chapter of Acts that Paul is on this ship, and the ship began to become shipwrecked. But in the midst of all of that, and here's my title, here's my subject for point number 2 in our lesson of this. The first thing is, last week we had to recognize that we were going somewhere. Let me pause and tell you in the second installation that in the midst of everything you're facing, you're dealing with, you're going through, and things that are yet to come, would you just rub neighbors and tell your neighbor, stay calm.
Stay calm.
How many really wanted something deep and traumatic, but I couldn't give you, I had to give you what God told me? Look at your neighbor one more time and tell your neighbor, stay calm.
Stay calm.
Here is now Paul. Paul, y'all, is now on board in the ship. The ship becomes shipwrecked, and the only way that Paul could hold on and survive, Lady Monica, was that he had to throw himself overboard and grab hold, Kizzy, to broken pieces. Can I pause and just somebody right here and right now? Here am I just escaped Jonathan from jail. I just got out from being there for doing nothing but what my father has commissioned me to be. And now here I am, yet again finding myself on a ship, and the ship has now become shipwrecked. Oh God, I feel like I'm about to lose my mind up in here. But the word that Paul will remind us in the midst of all that of this, Paul says, stay calm. You can stay calm, Kizzy, because you recognize, you realize, and have come to the analytical crystallization that you are going somewhere. Please, ma'am, please, sir, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, please don't miss me as I hasten my way. But I came as the modern day prophet without having to call your name, your pretty color, your address, and tell you all about your business that you already knew that God had come to redeem you from and save you out of. Is to tell you to stay calm. I know you feel like you're on the ship of life, and I know that the winds are blowing and the sea is raging and piling up against you. I know every time you turn around, your back is up against the wall. Every time you turn around, your money is funny. Your change is strange. Preacher, how in the world could you stand there and speak so eloquently